Welcome to Addicted to Astrology. It's me, TMZ. It is... Let me turn this down. It is the night of the verses between Escape and SWV, so that's why I'm playing that music, but I'm going to be playing it low because I do not own the rights to this song. I'm wearing my face shield with shade. Only because things are about to get a little spicy with the information age. We got Venus still in Taurus at home, but we got Mercury and Gemini, and that's a big deal. We got Jupiter at 29 degrees of Aquarius. Getting ready to go into Pisces, not too soon, but we're going to talk about the 29th degree. Oh, Mercury's home. The moon is in Aries until it's it's new in Taurus. Doing some things with Uranus in Taurus. The sun in Taurus. We got a lot of new stuff to talk about, y'all. New show coming up. New Z coming up.
SW.
Boy, I can't seem to get you out of my head. But there's something about you that makes me smile. Those things I like, the way you make me feel. We take our time and do this for a while. Who was partying tonight? I got dressed late because I wanted to smoke and drink a party. Shout out to the dirty South Atlanta. The celebrities down there at Trip. Shout out to those singing the song, SWV and Z. You're always on my mind. 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 On my mind. All right, y'all. I had to party tonight. So as usual, I'm on the next day. It is May the 9th, 2021. The day before I started Addicted to Astrology. So the things on my mind is how much I've expanded, how much action I've taken on my life, And its rewards. Things I've manifested. The things I've learned and unlearned. I've stepped into my power. How about you? New moon in Taurus. Hey. Is doing things with the Taurus sun, conjuncting. Starting eclipse season. Jupiter at the 29th degree, and I got my Mars at the 29th degree. Do you have anything in the 29th degree? Mercury's in Gemini, of course, at home. Venus just came into Gemini, kind of as we were speaking earlier today, May the 8th. So yes, we got a few things to talk about. Doing some new things for my 1-year anniversary. TMZ. Y'all know I'm teaching everyone abundantly, empowering many. Zakia enlightening every day. Y'all like my elevation? Y'all like my TikTok outfit? Beads by A Natural Herstory. Shout out to Donna. Shout out to all my Aquariuses, especially the one that's on my mind. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna use my new tools because we're on a new thingamajiggy here, right? We're on a new wave of life. We're in the age of Aquarius. And speaking of Aquarius, I use this new tool of mine. You know what this is. I don't have to do any commercials. But I use the writing pad for it, or the chalkboard for it. Jupiter in Aquarius at 29 degrees. This is a big deal. Here's why. So, Jupiter in Aquarius at 29 degrees. Let's first talk about Jupiter in Aquarius. Thinking uniquely, rebelliously, having a motherfucking open mind. Excuse my language. Get used to it. No more sugarcoating. Detach. Breaking away from the old. Less old, more new. And end with the new and respecting that. This is also when you're uniting with soul groups. You're doing humanitarian things. And Jupiter is expanding all individuals being an inner planet. So, Jupiter here in Aquarius at the 29th degree, coming into Pisces really quickly. Individuals should be taking action on what is right and not what is told. Because what is told also includes the word old, which we need less of. And I'm doing some of this in the no light because the ring light is shining on my new tool here. But if you have anything in the 29th degree, first off, each sign has 30 degrees. 30 degrees times 12 signs, that's Aries all the way to Pisces, is 360 degrees. And I've had that tattoo since I was 19, so we're going in over, my math, Jesus, y'all, 24 years of having that tattoo. Now, the degrees begin at 0 degrees and 0 minutes, which is that little apostrophe looking thing, to 29 degrees and 59 minutes. So there is basically, and I'm just using Pisces because that is what Jupiter's moving into, and it has the most space over my shoulder. Each decan, meaning each group of 10 degrees The first one is beginning and starting fresh. The middle one is more of working on things, and the last beacon is mastery. The 29th degree is definitely mastery. Let's talk about the 29th degree. If you have anything in the 29th degree, I have Mars in the 29th degree, and we'll go over each planet. But if you have anything in the 29th degree of a planet, and all degrees have some importance, but some degrees have more than others, based on your mode. So fixed signs degrees that are most potent are 8 to 9 degrees and 22 and 23. I know that off the top because I am a fixed sign Scorpio, and I have the sun in 22nd degree, as well as I'm gonna say my Uranus in the 8th degree, I believe, opposing Uranus and Taurus. Getting back to the 29th degree, the 29th degree signifies your soul's progression, how you elevated. I'm just looking at myself because I have the 29th degree in Mars, and I don't mean to be selfish and self-centered because that is what Mars can be about, but I feel it. I feel the mastery. The 29th degree also, you have to work hard, okay? That's why I'm so excited too. You have to work hard in having this degree, because this is like all the things that Mars embodies, its characteristics, you have mastered. I have mastered even the bad, okay? I have mastered being aggressive. Y'all know that, they know me. I have mastered being a leader. I have definitely credentials in leadership and working with people, from babies to adults. That is what teaching everyone abundantly empowerment is Zakia, enlightening every day comes from. I'm teaching now adults. I've already done the babies. I've already mastered, and my Mars is in Leo. My Saturn is in Leo. That's I've mastered my work. Leo is also a pertinent sign for celebrity status. Anyway, you can achieve what your past life didn't in the 29th degree. You can achieve the karma that you have struggled so hard to get past in life. This is evolution at its finest. This is Phoenix rising from the ashes. This is life-changing moments. And even though this is an individual thing, if you do have 29 degrees on your birth chart, collectively, we all are experiencing life-changing moments right now. And this is just how life is ever-changing. Pluto in retrograde, even though it's the outer planet, Pluto still has tremendous power over the collective. And that is where transformation comes from. Uranus is the newness in Taurus, even though Uranus in Taurus is at its detriment, or its fault. I think it's at its detriment. It's still, that just means it's heavenly coming in. The change is heavenly coming in, the newness. And Taurus is stubborn. It doesn't really want newness. It's a fixed sign. But once you see the newness and the greatness, let's get back to the degrees. 29th degree, check your birth charts. Let me know if you have the 29th degree in the comments. Thank you for liking right now if you have not. Thank you for subscribing right now if you have not. Thank you for viewing and being here. And thank you for sharing, because I need y'all to share a little bit more too. Please get this word out. I feel that I've stepped into my power, and I want everybody to step into their power too, and I'm here to show you how. Really quick, if you do have any 29 degrees in any planets, let's go. Let's talk about them really quick. Sun in the 29th degree is a once a month time where you are feeling your appearance and your expression is changing. The way you express yourself is changing. If you have the moon in the 29th degree, this is the toughest one. Moon is your emotions, your emotional state, how you react. And that happens every 2.5 days. So the reason I made this post is if you have the 29th degree, if you have the 29th degree in the moon, please talk to someone. Talk to me if you have the 29th degree in the moon, because I'm interested to pick your brain on how many times your mood and your emotional state changes. That's heavy. And depending on the sign. Anyway, Mercury in the 29th degree is occurring once a month, and this is changing how you think and communicate once a month. Venus is also once a month. In the 29th degree, you will change your love life and finances. Venus was just in the 29th degree of Taurus at home. So just want to say, like yesterday or the day before, when Venus was in the 29th degree, me personally, I was able to give my mother a blessed birthday. It is the 9th now, so it's been 3 days. Her birthday was May the 6th. Never been able to give my mother such a blessed birthday, and today is actually Mother's Day. You know, I don't celebrate holidays. Every day that we need to celebrate everything and anything that is still living and breathing. Moving on, me and my daughter were also, you know, blessed financially in the previous few days, last week, 2 weeks ago now, and we were able to give my mother things, money, you know, material things, gift cards, plants, you know, flowers, cards, all kinds of things that she enjoys, and we were just able to make it so special. My youngest, my oldest is a Taurus sun, my youngest is a Taurus moon, and my son is a Taurus ascendant. So yeah, big Taurus energy, and my mother's a Taurus sun too. So big Taurus energy. My mother and my oldest are Gemini ascendants, so here's coming at you with Gemini energy. But Mars, we're going to talk about Venus in Gemini too. Going back to the 29th degree to finish up, Mars in the 29th degree happens every 6 to 7 weeks. That is me with my Mars in 29th degree taking action on desires and changing those kind of areas on my action. And I definitely do change my ways and things I desire frequently, pretty much. That fits. Jupiter, and I would say it's like every 2 months almost. Jupiter in the 29th degree is once a year. Jupiter does go through signs within a year, and just like it's getting ready to move into Pisces. Really quick about Jupiter. Jupiter was in Aquarius, if you don't remember, last spring. It stayed there until it retrograded back into Capricorn. Then it moved into Aquarius during the Great Conjunction on 12/21/20, and it's been in Aquarius since then. But it was previewed, so we're going to preview Pisces in a minute too. That's coming up in like a week and a half or 2 weeks when we'll talk about Jupiter and Pisces. Saturn is every 2.5 to 3 years. We know Saturn is the final inner planet that moves the slowest out of all the inner planets, the individual planets that have to do with you individually. So if you have Saturn at the 29th degree, 2.5 to 3 years, your career and your reputation changes. I do have Saturn and Leo too. Give me one. Something told me, y'all. I'm so embarrassed. Something told me to say, you know, because both my Saturn and my Mars are in Leo, I confused their degrees. Something told me to say, as soon as you talk about Saturn and Leo and you talk about what's fitting and how it changes you because you have the 29th degree in it, I said, I think the Saturn is in the 29th degree. And it is. Scratch Mars. Mars is in the 7th degree. And my minutes are close to the 8th degree, so I'm almost at the intense degree of Mars. That's what I was trying to say, because the intense degrees for fixed signs, Mars and Leo, is 8 to 9. So mine is like it's 7 and 50 something minutes, and my Saturn is at 29 degrees. So if you have Saturn at 29th degree like me, scratch the Leo the Leo 29th degree for me. Saturn. And why? I want to tell you really quick. Sorry if I'm talking about me a lot, y'all. Leave me questions so I can talk about you. Get your birth chart done so I can talk about you. I am still doing birth charts. And actually, for the, I'm all over the place, but for the anniversary coming up tomorrow, I'm starting birth charts, going back to the first year prices just for this week, from the 10th to the 15th of May for $20. $20 birth charts like I used to do last year. Now they're at $40. If you are a Taurus, you get $5 off. So check me out. All right, commercial over. Saturn changes every 2.5 to 3 years. I used to change, and that has to do with your career and reputation. I used to change my job. Saturn is about how you work. And of course the reputation, because I was a teacher. So I used to change schools every 2 years. Because that's like into the next school year. Every 2 years I would change my school. I lasted at one school for 3 years, and the final year was me struggling to stay in that school until they finally let me go when school was over at the end. I want to say that now that I'm switching over to being a business owner, I can still see me, because I want to have so many businesses and I have so many ideas. I could see me switching up my businesses every 2.5 to 3 years. That makes total sense. That's why I stopped. My Saturn is in the 29th degree. My Saturn, not my Mars. All right. They both are in Leo though, so that's where the celebrity status comes from too. The sun shining sun. Leo is ruled by the sun, so the sun is shining on my career and the action I take. Saturn and Mars. Going back to the 29th degree for the outer planets. Uranus in the 29th degree happens every 7 years, because Uranus changes its sign every 7 years. Change in your community. Can't wait till Taurus gets to the 29th degree. I'm sorry, Uranus and Taurus gets to the 29th degree. Neptune every 14 years, and that is change to your spirituality. So important to tap into that spiritual piece of Neptune and not the other pieces of Neptune. Pluto is every 20 years, and Pluto is deep changes of your interests and your convictions. That is deep. The outer planets, their 29th degree is still pretty effective, especially if you have it in Pluto. Pluto, I want to say, is the most effective for the outer planets, and the moon is the most effective for the inner planets. All right, old girl Venus has left home and gone out into the world, child. She is at the other intense degree of 0 degrees. Okay, so Venus just moved into Gemini, and she has joined Mercury, her buddy, who they travel pretty much at the same speed unless they're in retrograde, and then Mercury gets behind a little bit. But Venus does too, but Mercury moves quicker. The North Node is also in Gemini, which is a big piece. We're going to go more into that with the North Node conjuncting Mercury and Venus while they're all in Gemini. This month is pretty hot. May 2021. Yes, I'm feeling it. So Venus just moved into Gemini. I want to say like this afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. Can't tell you the time, but it was pretty much afternoon. Curiosity in nature, local travel, because Gemini has to do with local travel. Its opposition sign, Sagittarius, has to do with global travel. Local travel, curiosity. So that is why your girl has started a travel company, because I know a lot of y'all want to get out, especially with Jupiter moving into Pisces. You want to expand your horizons. Check me out for travel too. Plugging myself in all kinds of ways. You see how the Saturn in Leo in 29th degree is operating here. All right. Your writing becomes more profound with Mercury and Venus in Gemini. Venus in Gemini also is your mental stability. This is like for the sapiosexuals like me. I'm gonna pause with that too, because I have met a very awesome sapiosexual from another generation. Your girl likes new, and I'm not old, but I do like to stay new. But yeah, shout out to my Aquarius. It's always on my mind. And the brain is like greater than the heart right now. It's also possible to get into the wrong romances and financial commitments, okay? Because Gemini is ruling, Mercury is ruled by Gemini. Gemini has to do with communication, information, and you can get the wrong information. You could be writing these love letters because Venus is in Gemini to the wrong person and giving the wrong message. So staying positive always. Just watch what you are getting yourself into financially and romantically, and everything should be okay. 0 degrees is starting off with a clean slate. Venus is at 0 degrees. So Jupiter will be in 0 degrees in Pisces. So thinking of 0 degrees, we talked about the 29th degree. After you get to 29 and 59, you go to 0, 0. Okay? 29 degrees and 59 minutes, 0 degrees and 0 minutes. So this is like new stuff, you know. The last thing we're going to talk about is the new moon. There is just new things about Venus is coming in. New experiences, new relationships, new financial adventures, newness in how you deal with your 5 senses. Really quickly, Venus always deals with the 5 senses. New smells. You know, you might want to try a new perfume or new cologne. New taste. Trying new food or trying to eat new in a new way, healthy. I'm back to juicing. New things to see, new places to see. Not far away. You don't have to jump out there and go move across the country, but see new places in just your local environment or even just your coast. New places on the East Coast. That's on my bucket list as of this spring and summer. Initiating new ways to interact. So the way you feel, new ways to feel, especially with Mercury in Gemini, my aspect going back to my birth chart, and you can read if you have questions about these transits and how they connect with your birth chart. Let me know and we can make that we can have that discussion via phone, or even I can write it out for you. We can talk about the prices of that. But my natal Mercury is in Sagittarius, which is the opposition sign of Gemini. So new ways for me to communicate with a firm, because Sagittarius is positive, but it's uncouth. It's, like I said, I'm not sugarcoating anything anymore, but I'm going to give it with much more couth, because that is what I'm stepping into. A new way of getting my point across. So just thinking of these degrees, and we'll talk more in degrees. We've talked about planets, transits a lot, and the houses even. We're getting more into degrees now. Let's talk about this new moon. All right, y'all, so 3 days away. The moon is currently in Aries. My Taurus son, Otis, is an Aries moon. And I can see the newness in her, even that she is trying new ways to get her point across, but not be so aggressive and impulsive, which is the moon in Aries. It's a tough moon. But I feel those of you that have the moon in Aries, and that is even my new boo, he has the new moon in Aries. I feel like I'm just getting challenges here and there and everywhere with the people that I meet, but it's just the newness of how I deal with it, how I react to it. So the moon will go into Taurus on May the 11th. We have 2.5 days away because the moon is moving to Aries earlier today. The new moon we will come back to, especially in the midweek. I'm going to have my anniversary celebration on the 15th, where I'm doing a podcast with a good friend, my fave. I call her Miss Lady. So look out for that for the anniversary of the show. But I will come on here really briefly tomorrow, because tomorrow is actually the first time I did, and I'm gonna do a little clip. May the 10th, Monday, which is the day before this new moon. So the new moon in Taurus, new senses of security. Remember, you manifest, you write your intentions down. So this is a great time to sit and think about how you want to bring in newness of your senses, the things we discussed, your security, your finances, fresh start for even the earth. How do you want to give newness to the way you take care of the earth, the community outside of your home, inside of your home, plants, just taking care of your senses, you know, looking good, feeling good, hearing good music, all those kind of things. Then it opens the door, this new moon, to the eclipse season. If you remember the eclipse season last spring, from 2020, huge changes. Eclipses mean change and transformation and an elevation. So huge changes with, of course, getting to know the newness of having to stay at home for everything. You know, accepting the sun and Uranus and the moon in Taurus. Taurus being a fixed sign, accepting the change, realizing it's time to change fixed signs, realizing it's time to change. Jupiter in the 29th degree, stepping into its new power, right? And then Saturn in Aquarius, just restoring and recharging our lives as individuals, especially with all those individual inner planets, helping us find change and realize it's time for change. And then as they move into the mutable signs, Pisces, Jupiter in Pisces is a mutable sign, and the sun and the moon moving into Gemini next month or next season, and all these other planets in Gemini. It's just time to, mutable means change. It's easy. It's uplifting. It's evolving. It's positive. Let's talk about a few transits and then we'll wrap this up. We have a square here. We have Venus squaring Jupiter. The fixed signs again. Supercharging. This is a good square, actually. This is supercharging your beauty. Hey, I like my ponytail, sad ponytail that my daughter did. And I have a little bit of glow because I've been using some great stuff from Black businesses. So check those out too. And another video that I'll post at the end of this. And this is just forcing optimism, especially in romance and finance. Enough said, right? Are you feeling the Venus and Jupiter square? Jupiter expanding the positivity, the optimism, think positive all the time. And Venus saying, think positive about yourself first. Think positive about how you feel about yourself and all things about yourself so you can spread that to others. Saturn is in square with Uranus. And this is a long square because those two planets move slow, the inner and outer planets. So this is slowly but surely replacing that old and the new. Again, Saturn is ruled by Capricorn, the authority, the grandfather, and Uranus is the newly elevated, new world, rebellious world planet. So this is like a reality check. This is a tough one, but it's still slow moving and it's not as painful, but it's happening. It's like you can't stop what's happening. And we talk about that a lot. But you do your own thing. Everybody has this mode right now, whether what side you're on or what label you're called. Everybody's stepping to their power. Everybody, and I'm even talking about some of those that I choose not to be around. Everybody is detaching and elevating to newness in certain kind of ways. We can't knock anybody for stepping into whatever power they want. And I must leave it at that. Detach. And this is a global thing, a universal thing. Detach from the old ways. And you will see all kinds of avenues open up. We have a sextile. We do have one strong sextile with Mars in Cancer, and Uranus in Taurus. So the water sign and the earth sign, that is compatibility. Sextiles, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? That's the Jacksons. I don't know if I outdated myself. All right, but this is passion. Mars is passion and initiative and all things action taking. Mars is passion for uniqueness, which is Uranus. Passion for the things, all things Taurus. Cancers are all about the feels. Tauruses are all about the senses. How compatible is that? You know, everyone is a visionary and a rebel, like I said, and that is good. Let the ideas flow. Let the mind wander. Let the creativity happen. And the newness of good life is actually here, y'all. There is positive and negative, good and evil and everything. It's just up to you to choose which way to go. I am TMZ, teaching everyone abundantly, empowering many. Zakia, enlightening every day. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Happy Mother's Day to those who celebrate. Happy People Always Day, every day. Stepping into their power. Us stepping into our power. Y'all have a great night. I'll talk with you soon. Addicted to Astrology and all this newness is coming up in its first year anniversary. I appreciate y'all for hanging in there with me and being here from day one. I appreciate the new people coming in. I appreciate people in general. Y'all be easy. Peace. Oh, I forgot to show y'all this other new trinket or app. Finally got me a chart app, y'all. Okay, so just want to point out a few things here. We are on, I don't know why we're on Australia. Give me 1 second. Okay, I couldn't change it, but it's on May the 9th. All right, so where was I? This might be as accurate. That's why I'm a little bit off right now. But we have Pluto here. I'm sorry, Jupiter here in the 29th degree. We were talking about that. It is at 26 minutes. So Jupiter again moves like every year, so it moves kind of slow. It'll be in Pisces. Sorry, this way. It'll be in Pisces in the next couple of weeks. We have Venus up here at 0 degrees and 11 minutes at this moment. She's a little bit behind this chart because, again, this is for Australia. And then we have the sun here at 18 degrees, getting really close. The moon coming into Taurus. There's Uranus and Taurus. Look what's conjunct with Taurus, Chiron. They're both 11 degrees. This is just how you read the chart. All these is the transits. We're talking about the squares. The trines are the triangles. The conjunctions. I'm sorry, the oppositions is this symbol right here. The sextiles are these stars. So just getting y'all a feel for that. This is Mars in Cancer. This is Pluto in retrograde at 26 degrees. Remember, when it gets to 27th, we did that. That's when the government totally breaks down and all the big corporations and the banks. So we're very close, but Pluto is the slowest planet, 20 degrees. I'm sorry, 20 years in one sign. So Pluto is still here in Capricorn. And it's red because it's going retrograde, so it's going back. It's going away from this degree. And when Mercury goes retrograde, it'll definitely be red as well, too, coming up soon in the next couple of weeks as well as Saturn. I'm sorry, Saturn is down here. These will be going retrograde as well this month of May. All right, y'all. These are the houses. We'll talk about that at another time. Thank you for tuning in to TMZ and Addicted to Astrology.